Hi everyone, my name is Mary Beth. Welcome to my channel. I am doing another uplifting reading to help you on your twin flame journey. And I just like to mention that, I just do this to help the twin flame community in case there is any kind of sadness or any kind of, like, if anyone's, thinking about giving up or um, we're all trying to get out of this matrix right now, and we're all going through this deprogramming, and it's not an easy journey. And when I talk about it with friends, they look at me like I have, eight noses on my face. They're just like, say what now? What are you talking about? So being on this twin flame journey, it's hard to explain what's happening, and it's like we're just kind of in between this third dimension and fifth dimension paradigm. We're kind of going back and forth minute to minute, and it's very challenging. It's a challenging thing. It's nice to know that we're not alone and that many people are going through this right now. If you look on, YouTube, you're going to find a lot of twin flame material out there, and everyone's kind of rooting everyone on and boosting everyone's, like, you could do it, type thing. So, yeah, so I'm going to keep doing these. These are like short ones for the week. I'm just going to try to do a bunch of them. Check out all my other videos. I've done so many videos to empower people. They're all timeless. And so maybe one of them will catch your eye, or maybe all of them, or, maybe there's something in every one of them that can help you or might change your perspective, because this is just me channeling. This is just me getting a bunch of information, and then for myself, because I'm on this journey, I'm in the trenches with you, and then the divine saying, okay, now share it, put it out. Don't keep it for yourself. Don't be such a hoarder. Share it with everyone. So I started doing that, and so I thought, yeah, I was only doing it once a week for a while, and then I thought, I'll try to put out more videos, and that way everyone has something, every day as best I can, because I do work a full-time job. So I try to do these on the weekends, and sometimes I'm tired. You'll notice in some of my videos, I'm like very tired because I'm doing it late at night. And so anyway, let's get started. I'm going to now put it on the table. Let's see what we got. All right, uplifting messages. Okay, so the first card we got, let me just lift this up a little bit. So we got surrender fear. Let go of the fearful stories you're telling yourself. Stay in the moment. Focus on solutions and celebrate every baby step forward. Yep, that's a big one. Yep, so that's what and again, that's why I think I started this channel, was because I used to do the same thing. I used to focus on everything that made me feel scared, and I would continue to overthink things. And then I said, let me just focus on the solutions. Let's figure this out. Like what? So I'd kind of look up in the air and throw my hands up and say, okay, divine, what are you trying to tell me? What do you want me to know? Help me. I was basically saying, help me for the love of God. And so they started giving me solutions. And then, yes, they're saying celebrate every baby step forward, because unfortunately this is not an overnight journey. This is a lot of baby steps. This is a long journey. This might even be a lifetime journey. And so, because it's not what you think. It's not just getting in union with your twin flame. This is about getting out of the matrix. This is about getting out of the third dimension into the fifth dimension. If you've watched some of my other videos, you'll know that getting in twin flame journey in the third dimension is very difficult. I've done it, and it doesn't survive. It doesn't survive with a third dimensional paradigm or perspective. Both parties have to have a fifth dimensional perspective. Both parties have to, be good with getting out of the matrix and just living within the relationship in a more of a, the best way I can describe it is just like out of the third dimensional paradigm means deprogramming what an old relationship used to look at, which means to me not codependent. The relationship cannot be codependent whatsoever. that would be a fifth dimensional relationship. And so that's why it's not like one of those overnight success type. And then if people are telling you that they are having overnight success in their twin flame journeys, most likely they're not twin flames. Most likely, or they really both are fifth dimensional people and they've really moved up, vibration super quickly. All right, the next card you got, Sarah Lakali. It says, Queen of the Outsiders. I have arrived. I am where I always be, in love. Yep. So, what this is saying is no matter where you are, no matter what struggles you're going through, you know that you're still fine. It doesn't matter, like when you're climbing up a mountain, if you're at the bottom of the mountain, if you're at the middle of the mountain, if you're in the top of the mountain, it doesn't matter. You will always be the same, which is you are love and you embody love. And you don't need others to love you to embody this love. You can be an outsider, you could be in the midst of, people, rejecting you, and that's okay because deep inside of you, you are love. You embody love, you love yourself, and a real, true, divine person, because think about, let's think about God, right? So let's just say there's like tons and tons of people who have, maybe they think, oh, I hate God, God, because of God I'm going through I have a really bad life, or God has forsaken me, or whatever the sayings are, why have you forsaken me, that type of thing. And yet God continues to, unconditionally love and say, that's okay. My door is always open for you. And I love you no matter what, because I embody love. And that's what the divine does. And that's what the divine feminine does. The divine feminine says, you know what? My door is open no matter what. I embody love no matter what, no matter how many times people falter around me. My door is always open. That doesn't mean being a doormat, by the way. That does not mean being a doormat. I mean, still holding your own boundaries, but still just having, that embodiment of love, loving yourself. And of course, that means getting out of abusive situations. Do not be in an abusive situation. The divine would never allow that. But if it's just something where the person hasn't grown yet and the person hasn't matured yet and the person's not quite in their own, self, highest potential, then it's just a matter of, you know what, I love you anyway, and I love myself, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you keep me as an outsider. I embody love, and that's all I need. The divine loves me. I love me. My shadow side loves me. Humanity loves me. We are all one. And it's like, no one is separated. And it is that type of, you know, feeling. So this is a beautiful card. And again, she calls herself the Queen of the Outsiders, Sarah. All right, the next card we got is What Will Happen Next? Asking what will happen next can be very powerful. Just by inviting the question, we prime our minds to be on the lookout, like a cat waiting at a hole for the mouse to come out. With your body relaxed and eyes open, try asking yourself this question and carefully watch your mind to see what grabs its attention. Where does it move? What is the next thought that arises? What prompted it? So what they're saying is, let's say you're outside. It's about mindfulness. So if you're outside walking in nature, and let's say you see a bird, and you see a bird, and they're, I don't know, perched on a branch. And then you ask yourself, I wonder what's going to happen next. And you kind of watch to see, and you kind of play out in your mind what's going to happen next. And then maybe that bird, starts singing, or maybe that bird, flies off, and takes off. Or maybe that bird, moves to another branch to be with another bird. So it's that type of thing where, like, it's just like help you to be mindful of, like, if you pay attention in nature, and instead of being all up in your head and thinking about things, like, you're really noticing what's going on in nature, or whatever your surroundings are. And then you wonder, by looking and really focusing, and you wonder, I wonder what's going to happen next, and then look to see what happens next. It's kind of a mindful exercise. And actually, I have to say, when you put yourself in the now and you're not thinking about, the past. You're not thinking about what happened yesterday. You're not thinking about what might happen tomorrow. It really is a sweet spot. It really is peaceful. You really are, like, you really do feel empowered. Like nobody can touch you, like nobody can hurt you. And it's just like, it doesn't matter what people did to me in the past. It doesn't matter what people might do to me in the future. All that matters is now. And right now, I am so empowered that nobody can affect me. It's so empowering when you feel that way, when you're like, you know what, I love myself. I love me. I commit to me. I put a ring on it. I marry myself. And when you really feel that way, because there's so many millennials that do, I'm so envious of them. Now I'm not really envious because I mean I kind of do the same thing, but it's like really, when you really feel at peace, and I think a lot of people kind of even get there when they're in a relationship, they're like, huh, that's not really what I expected. It's not really what I thought it would be. I really thought it would be like Gone with the Wind or whatever it is that you thought, like the romance was super duper high, and then you get into a relationship, you're like, huh, it's not really what I thought it was. And I actually was happier being out of a relationship. And I think a lot of millennials are realizing that, and they're instead loving themselves, and they're on their own, and they're doing their own thing, and they're traveling, and they're building a life for themselves, and like maybe their soul group, and having a lot of fun and way happier than most. Okay. The next card we got is My Fearless Freedom Lights Up the World. My fearless freedom lights up the world. Yeah, that's kind of just what I was talking about when it comes to, in my opinion, the millennials. I just love the millennials. I'm not a millennial, by the way. I am like Generation X. Anyway, I love that. I love that. I love when people are fearlessly free and they light up the world. Like I love people. They just want to live, and they live to live. They get up in the morning and they're so excited, and they do their passion, and they do things that are exciting, and they love their lives. And I even know people who are in relationships. To be honest, there are people that I know that are in relationships, and they're so bored by them. They're so bored by their that they literally live a separate life. They literally get up in the morning and they do their own thing. They literally travel. They go on vacation. Or they have a second job, and they live this life. And even though they're in this relationship, which I don't know why they're in the relationship, but they're in this relationship where they don't really pay too much attention to it. It's all about their own passion, their own, like what do they want to do? Maybe they love their partner, but maybe their partner doesn't have the same interest. Maybe their partner doesn't want to travel. And so they live this beautiful life, and they don't really care about being home. They don't really care about if they travel with their partner. They just do it on their own. A lot of my friends even tell me that they wouldn't mind being single. They really just wouldn't mind. Anyway, the last card we got is Master Your Life Through the Law of Inspired Action. We must take action towards making those intentions a reality in physical world. So it says your actions must align with your intentions to make possibility of your instant manifestation. We must take first step, and then universe works in harmony with intention and vibration. Right. So an example of this is, for instance, this channel. So I was inspired to start this channel. And, it was something that was channeled to me, something that I figured out that they kept telling me over and over. And they kept showing me that this is what they wanted me to do. And I would talk about and I'd hem and haw about it. I'm like, oh, that's nice. I'd say, oh, yeah, they want me. But until I finally took the first step, it was just talk. And so what they're asking you to do is, we'll help you with this, but you have to make some kind of action step. And let me tell you, I am so tech challenged. I did not even know how to post a video on YouTube. I mean, I know nothing. I am like the worst when it comes to technology, the absolute worst. And it took me a month to practice and to figure out how to even video, put it up, because my phone doesn't have any storage. Okay. So I had to do this on my laptop, and I really had to figure it out. And it took me like a few weekends. And then I was so scared to present. Like it took me like practice and practice. Like I just was not. Let's put it this way, it really wasn't my idea, and it wasn't something that I really wanted to do at first, because I just thought, wow, this is not me. I just can't do this. And it wasn't until I took the first step that the divine backed me up and they helped me. And now I realize it's not me. I am channeling, the divine is talking through me. I'm not really doing much. I'm just, picking cards and then figuring out what they want me to say. And, it's not as bad as I thought. So anyway, that's just an example of, taking action that aligns with your intentions to help you manifest into like, and it's, really being divine led. The divine's really going to lead you into your purpose, your mission, something that you probably struggled with and overcame, or whatever it is, or whatever your gift is. So you're going to master your life through the law of inspired action. I also like to pick something to ponder on. You can choose to ponder on it or not. And it says, I am service to my community by. And so, I don't know, this is just something where, you might want to, sometimes when you're suffering, it just helps to help. So for instance, like if I'm going through a suffering period, instead of distracting myself, I try to come up with solutions for things and then I want to share it. And so that's why, so if you're interested in maybe doing your own YouTube, maybe you figured out a solution for something, or like for instance, maybe start a meetup group. Maybe you're like, this particular topic I feel is very important and I really stand strongly. Let me start a meetup group and see if anyone else wants to join and we can talk about this. Or if I get more people to join this movement, or maybe it's like just a YouTube channel where you're saying, oh, I felt like I solved this problem, here's a solution to this, and just kind of present it. And you'll find that, some people, will feel like that, wow, that really helped me, and just so you know, if you do start like a YouTube channel, what I'm learning, since I'm very new, is that it takes about a year to 3 years to really, take off, to really get like a big gathering. But I'm so blessed that, I have nice people that come on here and support my channel in such early stages. And I feel like we can really help each other through this, journey. But anyway, it's just something to ponder on. I am service to my community. Bye. Well, I do hope you enjoyed this video. I'll just kind of hand back here. I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button. I do post a lot of videos. I'm trying to number these so that, if they don't get all mixed up, so if you'll need, if you did number, like I think this would be like number 5, or I don't even know yet. And then you already saw number 5. And so I'm just going to keep numbering them down the line. And hopefully it will be beneficial in some way. Also, if you're interested in a private reading or any kind of life coaching session, my information is below. Otherwise, thank you for joining me on my channel. I give you love and blessings, love and blessings, love and blessings. And I will see you soon. Thanks. Bye.